and thanks for tuning in. My name's Rob Tart, this is my cow Fluffy, and you're watching Pie's Perspective. Alright Fluffy, it's go time. A couple of drunk men in Calgary, Alberta got their car stuck on an icy stretch of road. So they decided they needed another vehicle to help push their vehicle out of the slush and ice. That's when they decided to steal a Zamboni. The men broke into an arena, opened the exterior door, jumped on the Zamboni, and drove it away. The operations manager of the arena noticed the men stealing the Zamboni on a surveillance camera. Now by the time he got outside to stop the Zamboni jackers, they had already gotten the Zamboni to their car and were attempting to use it to free their vehicle. Now when he confronted them, not only did they seem oblivious to their crime, but they had the nerve to ask the operations manager if he had a truck and tow rope to help them free their vehicle. So he told the men he was going to go inside and get a shovel. He then had some of his co-workers call the police. Now let me first start by saying, as a proud Canadian, this guy has really crossed the line. This is hockey country. Stealing a Zamboni up here is sacrilegious. You just don't do it. Now I'm not sure what the charges are going to be. Grand theft Zamboni, a DZUI, driving a Zamboni under the influence of alcohol. Now I think it would have been funny if these guys had been so drunk that they actually drove the Zamboni out onto the rink. I can see them just driving around in circles, wondering why they never seem to be getting anywhere, wondering when the Department of Transportation decided to put up boards and glass at the side of the road. Then the cops show up with a police Zamboni and then a low-speed chase ensues. If the guy still refuses to pull over, then you can have the referee put out spike strips. Headquarters could give the Zamboni permission to do the pit maneuver. Then you have multiple police Zambonis joining the chase, and the whole thing is covered live on Fox. Maybe they should just send this guy to the penalty box. You could give him 2 minutes for public drunkenness, 5 minutes for stealing a Zamboni, and 10 minutes for lack of intelligence. Alright, who wants ice cream? We have the thumbs upsicle, the subscribe-sicle, the 3-flavor fave-sicle, and the comment on a stick. Please help yourself to anything you like. Health officials in New York City have a free condom distribution program. Now to help with the program, they recently released a condom finding application for smartphones. The New York City Condom Finder app is available for iPhone and Android-based devices. You can use the application to find the 5 nearest venues that distribute condoms. Now these aren't just any old regular condoms either, these are official New York City condoms. New York City condoms come in jazzy wrappers that have printed subway maps and other themes. Subway maps? I'll get back to that one in just a second. I'm trying to envision a situation where I would actually need this app. I think if I was planning an evening of lovin' with my significant other, I would probably want to take advantage of free condoms. But one would assume that if I already know about the program, I would already know the location of at least one distribution center. And then I would simply stop by anytime I needed to stock up. Maybe this app is for emergency situations only. So you and your significant other are in a strange part of town, and you decide it's time for sex and that you can't wait until you get home. So you dive headfirst into intimacy, and then you inform your lady friend that you don't actually have any protection, but that you can acquire some using an app on your phone. Talk about a mood breaker. Some men say that taking the time to put on a prophylactic during sex can ruin the mood. Think about how having to stop mid-sex to use a phone app and then having to walk to a distribution center with an erection. Now back to the subway maps on the back of wrappers. I wonder what other kind of information are on the back of these wrappers. You know, maybe there's facts and trivia. So if I'm down to my last condom, but it has a subway map on the back, I might actually want to keep the wrapper. Can you imagine the look on people's faces as they see me studying an open condom wrapper while I'm waiting for my train? Then a little old lady strolls up and asks me if I can help her find which train she needs to take. So I take out my empty condom wrapper and I attempt to point out the proper route while she looks at me with utter disgust on her face. Today's question and or leave a comment of the day is, think of some other modes of transportation that it probably wouldn't be a good idea to steal. Now my first story covers a Zamboni, but anything from tricycles on up will probably work. Think of other valuable information that you could put on the back of a condom wrapper. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, it's not necessarily right or wrong, it's just my perspective. Fluffy, are you sure you packed this parachute correctly? Fluffy, are you okay? Oh, thank bovine for that. Calgary, Alberta, Calgary. Open the exterior door. The operator, but he had the nerve to they had the nerve to ask the operations manager. Stealing a DZUI, driving a wondering why they depend that. You could give him 2 minutes for prompt and for Android-based design. So you and your significant other, some men say that taking the time to put on a prophylactic